stick with you for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then there's guys that I think of, too, with work done where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown Seminoles! And once he got loose, it was all over. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten
fires into traffic, picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. It's complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. We've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds room at the 10, and they get him down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Guzman. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Now adjusting. On the move, he fires. Got him downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw it again. Slings it downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
On the option. Now the pitch. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Man, I want my running backs to pick those holes and get downhill, but there was no holes. So I just think he did the smart thing and stretched it out and ran out of bounds.
In this case, discretion was the better part of valor. It is often underrated to know when the journey is over.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Back to pass, it's Guzman. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in on the left. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 14.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Coming after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened. And you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Let's it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Guzman. Got out of trouble and throws. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be 2nd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The play action fake. He'll take the deep shot. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Guzman. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get it to the edge. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
They'll go to the jet sweep to try to get the edge here. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance.
Okay, ready?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Blasted as he lets it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't find... on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Stopped after making the catch. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line.
17-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now the play fake. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will boot away to start the 2nd half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side.